were completed this past year. Before that, however, we will move on to the District Executive Officer candidates and candidates for endorsement for international trustee. Please welcome back Katrina to introduce the candidates.
Okay, so the declared candidates for district officer positions are district editor. So we have Tanner Drexler from Southern Regional High School. For district treasurer, we have Grace Plumacher from Mates. For district secretary, we have Mary Jo from Eastern Regional High School and Jeremy Zoller from Livingston High School. And for district governor, we have Sarah Jacob from Brick Memorial High School and Noah Stockwell from North Hunterdon Regional High School.
Thank you, Katrina. The declared candidate for the position of district editor is Tanner Drexler from Southern Regional High School. We will unmute Tanner, and Tanner will get 2 minutes to address you all.
One second, sorry. Okay,
Hello?
Tanner tried, okay, perfect.
All right, ready? Good evening, everybody. My name is Tanner Drexler. I'm a sophomore at Southern Regional High School, and I'm running for the position of district editor. So to start things off, I'd like to ask you all a question. Why are you here? What I mean is, why did each and every one of you decide to take the time out of your evening to hear me talk? Even I wouldn't want to go on a Zoom call and listen to myself, and I love to hear myself talk, so that's saying a lot. So, if you aren't here for me, why are you here? I think I know the answer to that question, but first, I think you should all get to know me a little better. And what better way to do that than telling you guys about my high school love life? So, let's get started. It was a month in the freshman year when a friend of mine introduced me to this girl named Casey. Now, at the time, I was a little bit of a player, if I'm being honest, and I wasn't really sure what to think of her because of all the other girls that were going on at the time. Eventually, though, Casey and I went on a few dates, and I really hit it off with her. There was just something about it I couldn't get out of my head. She wasn't like the other girls. She was caring, she was sweet, and she always wanted to lend a helping hand to others. I didn't understand how at first, but Casey truly brought out the best in me. We'd always go on adventures, whether it be the amusement park in the fall, camping in the winter, or the beach in the spring. And the more time I spent with her, the more we learned about each other. As the years went by, our relationship only grew stronger, and I started spending more time with her. I'd stay after school with her. I'd meet with her on the weekends. And like any relationship, it was definitely a commitment, full of up and downs. But I wouldn't have wanted to be with any other girl. You might be wondering how Casey and I are doing right now, and if we're still together. And I'm happy to say our relationship has years of being together. I think I'm ready to take the next step in our relationship. Truth be told, that's why I'm here today. I'm here for her. And going back to the question I asked at the start of the speech, I think that's also the reason why you're here as well. I think I should have told you this a little earlier. Casey were just her initials. I think you guys might be able to guess her full name. Key Club. Casey has been able to impact all of us in this room in a way that other things have not been able to. If my little story wasn't able to tell you this, she's truly made an impact on my life. She's allowed me to see what it truly means to be a leader, a helper, and simply put, a better person. I think it's about
That is time.
Yeah.
Thank you. Katrina?
Tanner will now answer 3 predetermined questions. Question 1. A very small percentage of clubs that attend DCON actually enter contests. What is one idea you have using public relations and marketing resources to encourage more clubs to enter contests?
So I think a really good way to promote contests would be social media, definitely. Because, social media is like the way of the future. There's so many different platforms. So I think, we can make Instagram stories, as well as like little like Twitter posts if we have to. We can use Facebook, reminds. We can use so many different things on social media to promote contests. So I think if we make really creative posts, like funny posts, attract people, I think that'll definitely be a big hit.
Thank you. The next question is, as we continue through the world of social media and constant communication, do you believe that the Jersey Key in its current form is still the best outlet to share the news of the district?
I think the Jersey Key is really good for sharing information, but I think maybe we can also, implement another online source on social media. So I think if we can somehow, if I can like digitalize it a little more, and like make it more interactive with social media, I think that'd be really awesome. Like, cause like I said before, it is the way of the future. I think more people will be more inclined to read it if it is in more of like a social media format than like, like an email. Cause I think kids are really like that casual type social media vibe. So I think if we can really implement that, it'd be really successful.
What ideas do you have to help engage more Key Club members and get more reads on the Jersey Key in the coming year?
So a big part of my campaign is, promoting enthusiasm and instilling passion. So I think if we can really, hammer down that instilling passion and promoting that enthusiasm, through social media and other methods, especially, if we make things more engaging to readers, so, better visuals and stuff like that, I think that will work very well.
Thank you, Tanner. At this point, Sarah Jacob, our 2019-2020 Key Club District Editor, will give her final report.
Hello, New Jersey Key Clubbers. Serving you all as District Editor has been the best year of my life. Entering into Key Club as a freshman, I did not understand the organization fully, but I love the concept, service to our homes, schools, and communities. Key Club has been at the forefront of my entire high school experience, but this year, as your District Editor, was by far the best part of my Key Club experience thus far. I am so honored that I had the opportunity to serve as one of your 4 executive officers, and I am so unbelievably proud of the 2019 to 2020 District Board for all the work they have done. From late night committee calls, regional training conference, early morning workshops, Jillian's fun mystery-themed board bonding, running around awkwardly around the Fall Rally Stadium, Emma's missing bag at International Convention, board meeting Chinese food, and so much more, this year is one that I will never forget. I'm so thankful that I had the ability to serve with so many amazing leaders who continue to inspire me to be the best version of myself. This year as District Editor, I have completed the following. Attended all district board meetings and executive board meetings. Presented the District Editor's report at all official board meetings. Completed all my assignments for district board committees. Published all 3 editions of the Jersey Key, the official publication of the New Jersey District of Key Club International. Produced other publications such as the Guide to Google and newsletter evaluations guides corresponding for every month. Provided brand guide graphics, images, and publication tips and tricks for every Lieutenant Governor. Served as chairperson of the Workshops Committee as well as a member of the Fall Rally Programs Committee and the District Programs Committee. Worked heavily on the NJ Key Club social media, primarily Instagram, working with District Governor Emma Key and District Treasurer Jillian Bain to increase the following from under 800 as of KeyCon 2019 to over 1,300 currently. Assisted all board members and clubs with any help they needed, as well as answered or worked to resolve any questions or problems they had. Attended all regional training conferences and presented workshops at each of them. Attended Key Leader and International Convention 2019. Read over 2,300 emails and sent over 660 emails. Assisted the District Governor and my executives, as well as communicated regularly with the District Administrator, Assistant District Administrator, and the Kiwanis Committee members. Performed over hours of service to my home, school, and community this past year. I will try to stop rambling about how much this year has meant for me. I'm sure you all can term as District Editor is coming to an end. Even though we could not get our final hurrah at District Convention, I am so proud to have served with people who helped me push through difficult times during my term. My execs, the 22 Lieutenant Governors, and the Kiwanis Committee. It's difficult to be in such a high position as a high school junior, but it's easier to continue loving it when you have an amazing support system. A special shout out to District Governor Emma Key for her amazing dedication to Key Club and for everything she has done for me, the board, and all of you, the district. In the words of Hannah Navarre, immediate past International Vice President, having a passion is a beautiful thing. Thank you for everything, NJ Key Club. Yours in caring and service, Sarah Jacob, District Editor of the New Jersey District of Key Club International.
Thank you, Sarah. The declared candidate for the position of District Treasurer is Grace Plumacher from Mates. We will unmute Grace, and Grace will get 2 minutes to address you all.
Hi everyone, my name is Grace Plumacher and I am thrilled to be running for your next District Treasurer. To tell you a little about myself, I live in a small town called Point Beach, and I attend the Marine Academy of Technology and Environmental Science, a thriving magnet high school located in Ocean County, where I am currently enrolled as a junior and where my Key Club Odyssey began. At the start of my journey, I felt the instantaneous need to serve others and to dedicate my energies to this life-changing, inspiring organization. I did, and I was soon elected as my club's treasurer during my freshman year of high school. After attending Fall Rally and witnessing the district board's amazing efforts, I knew Key Club was something I must be a part of because service was a part of my identity. See, I wanted to make an impact on the lives of others and inspire them to serve their local communities. Keeping this fact in mind, I was impelled to become the Lieutenant Governor of Division 8, an honorable position I am grateful to hold as a high school junior. First and foremost, I must convey to you that the past year being Lieutenant Governor has been extremely impactful on my life. I was ecstatic to learn more about different clubs in my division and to assist the officers as we sought and continue to fulfill our common goals. I realized that I couldn't spend a day without creating newsletters, texting my officers, or planning a divisional meeting. My unwavering passion allowed me to transcend the Lieutenant Governor position requirements. For example, I visited my clubs incessantly, continued to have DCMs after only needing 5, and vigilantly communicated with my officers. Everything I had done was due to the hard work and longing to help people and to make sure every member had the ultimate Key Club experience possible, service to their home, school, and community. I want to continue to help clubs and the district by being your next district treasurer. That way, I can use my dedication and personality to inspire more members to become the next club treasurer, the next lieutenant governor, or maybe even the next district treasurer. With that being said, when you vote, remember that anytime, any place, I'll be there. Just vote for Grace. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace.
Now we will ask you 3 predetermined questions. Question number 1. Over the years, our membership in Key Club has been declining. How do you plan on helping our district grow as well as maintain membership?
Thank you for your question. So I understand that a declining membership is a big problem in Key Club, and I plan to attack this head on. So my main goal for the year is increasing membership. And to do this, I plan on effectively communicating with clubs and the district about dues and the membership update center. I will use social media to my advantage, and I will also create posts relating on how to pay dues and also on tips on how to retain members. Effective communication, using social media, and also working alongside the district board will be the key to increasing membership this year.
Thank you. Question number 2. Dues are an essential part of our organization as they fund our district events, district board happenings, and so much more. What ideas do you have to help ensure clubs are paying their dues and paying for them on time?
Thank you. So I just want to reiterate that dues is a vital process in Key Club because without them, you're technically not a club. So I can understand the confusion as well because I have been a club treasurer in the past. So my first step would be communication to the club. I would want to know the troubles they're facing and how I can help. Next, I would be educating them on the dues process, how to use the membership update center, and informing them on important dates during the dues season. And then communication is also the best way to inform clubs about the dues process, so I plan to use social media to my advantage and also work with the district board and collaborate with them so they know the dues, the dates for the dues, and also other information that is pertinent.
Thank you. Question number 3. Budgeting and ensuring that the board and Kiwanis committee members are not spending over their budget line is a vital part of the job of district treasurer. How will you ensure that proper spending is adhered to?
I think in this situation, proper education and communication is vital. So I would make sure to educate and explain vouching to the district board and the Kiwanians so they thoroughly understand their duties and that if they go over the spending limit, then they will have to pay with their own money.
Thank you, Grace. At this point, Jillian Bain, our 2019-2020 Key Club District Treasurer, will give her final report.
Okay. When I first joined Key Club, I honestly did not think much of it. Both of my sisters had been in the organization, and I knew I enjoyed community service, so it just seemed right. But suddenly, my sister, who had been club president my freshman year, needed someone to run for club treasurer, so naturally she convinced me to do so. And before I knew it, I was going to that year's decon. I remember really not wanting to go because the only person I knew going was my sister, but I pulled myself together. My high school experience would have been so different had I not. If not for decon, I would have never run for LTG. Long story short, while we were at decon, my advisor made a joke about me running for the district board since I was the only underclassman, and that's what really got my gears turning. And a year later, I was on the stage being inducted as an LTG. And a year after that, I was saying, "Hi, my name is Jillian Bain, and I want to be your next district treasurer." It is honestly all so surreal. If you had told me when I first joined Key Club that it would have the impact on me that it did, I probably wouldn't believe you. My closest friends and my favorite memories have all come from a club that sounds like it makes keys. And I am devastated that I will not be able to retire with my executives at decon this year, where it all began for me. However, I am not trying to bring down the mood because despite the many challenges that may have occurred during my term, we as a board have had a very successful service year. And that's all thanks to you, our club members, our fabulous LTGs, our amazing Kiwanians, and the executives I have had the honor to serve alongside. I could not have done this year without you all. Throughout my term, I have written and published my letter of introduction, attended official and unofficial board meetings, attended executive board meetings, attended decon at the beginning of my term, international convention, fall rally, and midwinter training conference, attended 1 divisional event, 5 RTCs, and 3 LTG elections, completed various assignments for the Jersey Key, district mailing, district handbook, and other publications and committees, served on 5 committees, being the chair of regional training conferences and decon theme. I organized and stood by this year's budget, sent out monthly financial statements, made sure vouchers were sent to our financial advisor, sent out weekly dues, kept in close contact with every LTG and executive board members in regards to dues, vouchers, and all given assignments, kept in close contact with the clubs regarding dues to make sure they all knew about the dues process and how to pay, completed any and all assignments given to me, and so much more. Even as I leave this organization and go to different places to see different things, I know Key Club will always have a place in my heart. It is unlike any club I have ever been in, and I learned skills that I could have never learned in school, and have made friendships that will hopefully last a lifetime. Thank you all for allowing me to serve as your district treasurer. I am truly grateful and honored for this experience. Respectfully submitted, Jillian Bain, your 2019-2020 district treasurer.
Thank you, Jillian. The declared candidate for the position of district secretary is Mary Zhou from Eastern Regional High School and Jeremy Zoller from Livingston High School. We will first unmute Mary, and Mary will get 2 minutes to address you all.
I don't see Mary on here.
She is on here.
What is her name on here?
Her last name is first. So, Mary.
Oh, there we go. Mary, can you go ahead?
All right, sorry for that.
Sorry.
Hello, delegates. Hello, delegates. My name is Mary Zhao, and I'm currently running to be your next district secretary. For the past whole year, I have not just learned, grown, and bettered myself through my position as a lieutenant governor. I have also gained an intimate understanding of the district. I have sat on 7-hour-long calls to finalize RTC presentations. I have boosted my division's fall rally attendance by 300%. I have held 2 divisional events throughout my entire term, trained 100% of my officers, and visited 100% of my clubs, and served on 3 committees while also chairing 1. But most impactfully, this year, I have seen the district grow. And this new service year, I would be so honored if you all would vote for me to have the opportunity to help our district flourish, even more so, excuse me. With my 4 core values, communication, organization, resourcefulness, and encouragement in mind, I would help continue the LTG governor calls to boost communication throughout the district. I would help reorganize report forms to streamline the tracking progress of our district's progress, assist in better utilizing social media to post resources exactly when they are needed and not in bulk emails so that they are easier to access. And finally, I would increase individual member recognition opportunities while also better promoting club recognition opportunities at DCON so that this would bolster club activeness and also enthusiasm. Delegates, I'd be extremely honored if you believed in me and my platform enough to elect me as your district secretary. And if you do, I promise you that I will cherish this opportunity and perform my responsibilities to the best of my very ability. I promise you that Key Club will be the top priority for me. Thank you all so much for your time and consideration, and be sure to vote for me, Mary Z, to be your next district secretary. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Start. You'll now answer 3 predetermined questions. So question 1. You are tracking the submission checklist for club monthly report forms, and you see that a club puts down very exaggerating totals for the district project. How will you work with your district board members and clubs to ensure that CMRFs are being filled out properly?
Thank you for your question, Katrina. The first step I would take is definitely contacting the LTG of that club, seeing what correspondence they already had with their club to deal with the issue. And if that correspondence is none, I would then probably personally reach out to the club myself. I would then emphasize the importance of accuracy in those report forms to that club and teach them how to properly track their totals. Another part of my platform that I mentioned before is to reorganize all the report forms so that they are easier to help the clubs track their process. So the reorganization of the report forms will hopefully also help out with that problem. So the core of my answer would be communicating with the club to educate them on why it is so important and crucial to have proper totals and how to track those totals, helping them learn how to fill out the CMRF more accurately and other report forms more accurately, and finally, obviously reorganizing those report forms so that it is easier for the club to use those report forms to better track their progress themselves.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Question number 2. Being a secretary requires a lot of organization and time management, as you have to keep track of over 100 clubs as well as your fellow district board members, while also creating publications and newsletters. How will you ensure that you are fulfilling all of the duties of a district secretary?
Thank you once again for the question. So I've had experience balancing multiple leadership positions at once that had multiple responsibilities. So what I usually do is make a entire directive for myself, a list of things that I need to accomplish, and then break them down into day by day lists of what I want to do and what I want to accomplish by the end of the day, by the end of the week, by the end of the month. So that creates the effect of allowing me to see my responsibilities not as an overwhelming bulk of things I need to do, but rather smaller tasks that I can accomplish on a day-to-day basis that help me gradually build up to be the best district secretary that I can.
Thank you. Your final question is, as district secretary, you are part of an executive board that helps ensure that our district operates smoothly. What is a unique idea that you will bring to the table to benefit our district?
So multiple parts of my platform have already been mentioned in this call, such as reorganizing the CMRF in particular to help clubs be able to utilize them so that they can help track their progress for themselves. I had also mentioned increasing resourcefulness by using social media as an outlet to help share resources at the exact moment they are needed so that clubs aren't scavenging for them through dozens and dozens of emails that come at them at LTGs, at clubs, excuse me, from the LTGs. So those are just 2 ideas. I would also try my best to establish more direct communication with my club officers and not just through my LTGs. So hopefully that would, again, increase an enthusiasm to keep tracking totals and things like that to be more accurate. And more direct communication would definitely also help ensure that clubs are doing what they need to, submitting what they need to, and just having a great time serving the community in general.
Thank you, Mary. We will now unmute Jeremy, and Jeremy will get 2 minutes to address you all.
Hey, New Jersey Key Clubbers, I'm Jeremy. I just want to say thank you all for giving me the opportunity to run for district secretary, and a big thank you to the elections committee and Kiwanis committee for figuring everything out so well, given the circumstances that we are in. Being Lieutenant Governor of Division 7 and a member of the district board has impacted me in an extremely positive way. Throughout the duration of my time in Key Club, I've been gifted with some pretty noteworthy opportunities. I'm forever grateful for the Key Club community, and I would be honored to serve on the district executive board next year as your district secretary. I plan on taking my experience as club secretary and lieutenant governor to ease some of the tasks regarding reporting and organization, including CMRFs. To accommodate the era of social distancing, I will create a forum in which clubs can share ideas for at-home service projects, as well as to publish resources to guide Key Clubs during these times. I know that our current situation may be tough, but I can assure you that with me as district secretary, we will not only survive, but we will thrive. Being on the district board this year, I was able to see what works and what doesn't regarding organization and keeping track of everything. This will allow me to find solutions to those issues to help New Jersey Key Club as a whole. Each and every one of you has contributed to the success of our district, and together we will advance towards more prosperity. With me, we can serve our homes, schools, and communities to make a positive impact for the good of all. If you have not already, I encourage you all to take a look at the candidates booklet to learn more about the other candidates as well as myself. Thank you, and remember to vote Jeremy Zoller to be your district secretary for the 2020-2021 service year.
Thank you. Jeremy will now answer 3 predetermined questions. Question number 1. Key Club International offers many resources not just for district board members, but also club officers. However, few of these resources are utilized. Why is this the case, and how can we as a district, and you specifically, bridge the gap between clubs and international?
Thank you, Katrina. This is the case because many of the resources are sent out individually, which make them kind of tough to access because you need to search through your email to find when your lieutenant governor sent it, and it's just a pain. So to streamline this, I will create a folder for all resources, and in that folder, I'm going to have subcategories depending on what the resource is about. This will be a shared Google Drive folder that will be accessible by any member at any time, and I will have the lieutenant governors send it out to all of their officers to streamline the way that resources are distributed. Thank you.
Thank you. Your next question is, despite having different report forms to keep track of their progress throughout the year, many lieutenant governors still find it difficult to access the information they submitted. How do you plan to change/alter the current report forms to make disseminating the information easier?
Thank you. To make all of this easier, I will make all past report forms accessible by the lieutenant governor, as they can send it to them immediately after submission. And I will create a folder to put each report form for each lieutenant governor in so that they can easily access it whenever they need. This will enable them to more accurately submit present forms, and it'll help them. Thank you.
Thank you. Your final question is, many club secretaries choose to not fill out the club monthly report form. However, CMRFs are an integral part of the district's ability to keep track of our totals and progress. What can you do to help secretaries fill out their CMRFs and encourage clubs that never fill it out to do so?
Thank you. To encourage clubs to fill out the club monthly report forms, I will make it a requirement that all clubs need to have a certain percentage of CMRFs filled out in order to participate in decon contests. Or there would be a different award for CMRF, for filling out the CMRF, and the CMRF totals will contribute towards the decon awards. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeremy. At this point, Katrina Pham, our 2019-2020 Key Club District Secretary, will give her final report.
Thank you. I'm so honored to say that I've had the privilege of serving on the New Jersey District Board these past 2 years. Being able to serve you all as one of the highest ranking officials in the district has been such a rewarding experience, and I would not trade it for the world. I learned a lot about myself as a leader, how to open up out of my shell and talk to new people, and most importantly, how best to serve the people around me. I won't make this too long because I don't want you all to fall asleep on the Zoom call, but thank you all for being a part of my Key Club experience this year. This year, I've done the following. I've attended my required and optional district events, took detailed minutes at executive and district board meetings and distributed them after, completed my assignments for the Jersey Key, board committees, and many more, published a district handbook, 6 district mailings, 10 district board newsletters, and 4 club secretary newsletters, created and published the club directory and club directory addendum, created report forms to keep track of the district board and club's progress, aided all board members and clubs with any assistance they may need and issues or questions they may have, read all 3,599 emails and sent 504 emails, assisted the district governor and communicated regularly with the Kiwanis Committee, served as a chairperson of the Kiwanis Family Growth and Relations Committee and the Elections Committee, and as a member of the Fall Rally Programs and Midwinter Committees, and more. I'm not going to lie and say that this was one of the easiest things I've ever done and that I didn't have any struggles this year. Actually, it was really hard doing my assignments and balancing my life and my Key Club life. But I managed to get by this year with the support of some amazing people, most especially our District Governor, Emma Key. I'm thankful to have served with 22 amazing lieutenant governors, an outstanding Kiwanis committee, and 3 other hardworking executive officers. So thank you all for what you have taught me, New Jersey District of Key Club International. Respectfully submitted, Katrina Pham, your 2019-2020 District Secretary.
Thank you, Katrina. The declared candidates for the position of District Governor are Sarah Jacob from Brick Memorial High School and Noah Stockwell from North Hunterdon High School. We will first unmute Sarah, and Sarah will get 2 minutes to address you all.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah Jacob. I'm your current district editor and candidate for district governor, and I want our district to shine. After being not only one of your 4 executive officers, but as the Robert F. Lucas Outstanding Lieutenant Governor, I know that I have the knowledge and experience to improve the district board, as well as serve our district. My platform, Shine, serves to strengthen the district and benefit the members, who are the core of the student-led service organization. Serving our community is what attracts so many members to Key Club. The ability to help others is unlike any other organization. My experience on the International Programs Committee and my communication with 2 different international trustees allows me to provide more ways to work with our international partners alongside our goals for the next district project. Kiwanis is also the foundation of our organization, and it's essential that the district provides clubs opportunities to serve with the members of our Kiwanis family. I've worked on 8 separate district committees during my 2 years on the board. Honing in on areas we lacked and will strengthen the district board functions. To integrate more forms of communication, as district governor, I plan to create a governor and president Slack workspace and other group chats, district live streams on multiple platforms, district committee update videos, governor and president monthly calls, as well as communicating regularly with my board. For the 2020 to 2021 service year, I plan to promote more effectively with social media, which I worked extensively on as district editor, as well as a district calendar and governor webinars. I want the district to know that I am there for them, especially our amazing members. Ensuring that we retain members, I want them to be involved on the district level with a member advisory committee to provide feedback on how we can improve our events. Transparency cannot happen in an instant. As district governor, I will work tirelessly to make sure you are all included and represented on the district level. This organization gives students a voice to express themselves, a voice that comes together to collectively change the world. Use your voice to vote for what you want your 2020 to 2021 service year to look like, one that shines. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. We will now unmute Noah, and Noah will get 2 minutes to address you all.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Once again, my name is Noah Stockwell, and before I get into my little spiel, I just wanted to reiterate and say thank you all so much for being here in place of an in-person House of Delegates. These are seriously trying times, and seeing this kind of dedication gives me incredibly high hopes of what we can achieve together and how we can hit the ground running. Now, I wanted to take this time to talk about what Key Club has given to me and what I've done as Lieutenant Governor. Before Key Club, I was quite honestly an absolute mess. I would get home from school, watch Netflix for hours, and procrastinate my homework into the next day. Now, don't get me wrong, I love rewatching The Office as much as the next person, but I didn't want to spend my 4 years in high school doing absolutely nothing. I'm so thankful for the skills that Key Club has allowed me to build within myself, and as your district governor, I want to give back to our organization everything which it has given to me. As a lieutenant governor, I have learned so much about what it takes to effectively manage such a large group of volunteers. More than this, though, I learned specifically how to promote the ideas of Key Club to our membership base. This past year, I served as co-chair of the District Project Steering Committee, working closely with our district project and opening my eyes to just how many people depend on our support to keep going. This gave me an immense passion to serve as a district executive, but what makes me want to be your next district governor was being selected as a member of the governor's private committee this year. The work that we did here gave me a clear-cut, in-depth understanding of exactly what to expect as a governor, and with this kind of experience under my belt, I'm asking for your vote so that we can better our district and ensure nothing but the best for our service partners and those who depend on our work. I have so many ideas and opportunities that I want to provide to our general members, and with your vote, we can make that possible. So, with that being said, I hope you all choose to rock with me, Noah Stockwell, as your 2020 to 2021 district governor. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. We will now move into a debate format for our district governor candidates. Sarah will get to answer a question and Noah will get a 30-second rebuttal and will continue on until each candidate has had 3 questions. So question number 1 for Sarah. If one of your lieutenant governors is falling back on their duties and you have already given them multiple reminders and resources to keep up their work, what do you think the best course of action would be to take?
Thank you. I believe it's very crucial to have a line of communication open with the lieutenant governors, even if they're struggling or not, because they need to know that I'm there as support and a resource for them. Using all methods of communication too, if I didn't already, texting and calling, because that way they can make sure that I am understanding of their situation. After that, because they're not responding, I would consult my district executives as well as my district administrator to see what's the next step for moving forward. Extensions, maybe if we can begin to understand their situation, if there's something going on. Probation, if there's a lack of assignments that are being done, which is hurting the committees that they're a part of and the district as a whole. And if it's been a reoccurrence, we have to decide that as well. And also figuring out what to do when moving forward, establishing, again, that line of communication, working to lift that LTG up instead of hurting them or bringing them down. Making sure that line of communication is there, but again, talking with others and consulting my executives to make sure that the decision is one that will help the lieutenant governor.
Thank you. Noah will now have 30 seconds to respond.
Okay, sorry about that. So I believe that communication with your lieutenant governors is incredibly important to ensure that duties are being done. But where I think that the governor rises above the other executive positions is being able to put your foot down and ensure that that work is being done. If I've learned anything as the chair of 2 committees this past year, it's that everyone has different circumstances and everyone has different jobs that they're also doing along with Key Club. If you understand the responsibilities that those lieutenant governors are also fulfilling, and you are able to be strict with your deadlines and the responsibilities that need to be done.
That is time. Thank you.
So question number 1 for Noah. After this experience with coronavirus that has been slowing the functions of Key Club International, how will you engage members for the upcoming service year?
So if our situation right now has taught me anything, it's that we need to establish more online communication methods. I believe that we've done an awesome job using social media this year, developing an Instagram theme and with bi-weekly updates, both of which I plan to continue. However, where this idea of planning comes in is that we need to keep our members informed and knowledgeable about Key Club. This is a huge aspect of my platform, Rock with Stock, and it's something that I am most certainly going to work on as your district governor. This is something that we need to improve upon. And if we also incorporate live streams and all features of social media into this issue, It can really benefit us and the future of our district.
Thank you. Sarah will now have 30 seconds to respond.
Thank you. I think serving from home is extremely important, using social media to strengthen the district, but also working on the strength of the district board itself. So working with the lieutenant governors to make sure that they understand what their committee assignments are and how to serve their division when the time comes we're all ready to rock and roll, and make sure that we're good with the district. So establishing strong committees and working with the new board, make sure that we're ready to go when we can, and that the lieutenant governors know about the duties and how to benefit their division. So while maintaining, talking to the district about
That is
different ways
time.
that they can serve
Thank
from
you.
home.
Question number 2 for Sarah. The district board is a family, but there will be times where you need to be stern with your board members to ensure that assignments are completed. Do you believe that your position or your friendships come first as a district governor?
Thank you. Maintaining the standard the district board comes before friendships, because our duty and my duty as district governor, if elected, is to make sure that the district is performing what it needs to do to make sure that all the clubs are getting the resources they need and that they're served. So friendship does come second to the duties that we need to do. Obviously, serving you all is what my job is. However, friendship does help the timeliness of our duties by opening that line of communication. I have no doubt that I'll make friends if elected on the new board, but putting that aside, because we need to respect that our work needs to get done and that position that you hold is important, and it's very crucial to the success of the divisions.
Thank you. Noah will now have 30 seconds to respond.
Thank you. So I really see this question as split into 2 areas. When you build a friendship with your board members, you're ensuring that they don't come to resent you and that they will actually do their work and be happy to do so. However, like I said before, what makes the governor different is that you have to be able to be strict with what you do. If you're not strict with your board members, then you don't meet your deadlines and you're failing your responsibility as an elected executive. So to me, I really think that you do need to be more strict rather than have more friendships on the board. However, you
That
definitely
is time. Thank you.
Question number 2 for Noah. The position of district governor requires quite a bit of integrity in working alongside high school communities and the Kiwanis Committee. What are some examples of things that you governors must follow in order to serve as the chief executive and student leader for the board?
Yeah, so a huge aspect of my platform is communication and educating members about Key Club as a whole. I think that one of my main duties is going to be doing exactly that. If members are not educated about Key Club, then I'm failing as a district executive and as an elected district governor. Along with that, if I don't keep up with communication towards individual clubs and the most important members of our leadership structure, the general members, then we're not keeping them informed and we're, in the long run, hurting ourselves as a district. Attendance at district events is a vital part of this, and if we get our numbers up, we do benefit our district, which is an incredibly important part of being a governor. Thank you.
Thank you. Sarah, you will now have 30 seconds to respond.
As well as serving our general members and the district, I also think that as a district governor, setting a good example is essential and comes first. Also because the whole board and the lieutenant governors represent what New Jersey Key Club stands for. So when you're a lieutenant governor or position on the district board, you're not just representing yourself, but the district and Key Club. So being true in the process and being stringent if need be, because we need to maintain the standard of district board policies and not be lenient if it comes and has to be necessary.
Thank you. Question 3 for Sarah. What experiences on the district board have prepared you to become a district governor, and how will you implement your skills specifically to serve your district well?
Thank you. On the club level, first I was a committee chair my freshman year, so I had that experience as well. Soon after, I was elected as a lieutenant governor of Division 8, and I won the Robert F. Lucas Outstanding Lieutenant Governor Award, which is for lieutenant governors that not only perform their duties but excel in them. So with that, I've had a successful volleyball divisional tournament, visited my club not just once but multiple times. So I have that experience, as well as being a district executive, one of your 4 district executives. I've worked extensively with the district administrator, my executive counterparts, and the Kiwanis Committee. So as governor, I could help not only the executives, the lieutenant governors, but also the members of the club level. So with that experience, I know I'm prepared to take on this role.
Thank you. Noah, you will now have 30 seconds to respond.
Of course. So I have had a ton of leadership positions within Key Club. I've served this past year as the Lieutenant Governor, Division 13, and as the president of my home club my freshman year. However, what I think has prepared me most to be the next governor was serving on the governor's private committee this year. The governor's private committee was a selective committee in which only a few lieutenant governors were selected to serve upon. I got an in-depth understanding of exactly what the district governor does, and I was able to see what kind of workload I was in for. This is really what's prepared me the most, but also a lot of my platform
That is time. Thank you.
Thank you. Question number 3 for Noah. If you believe that a decision needs to be made regarding fall rally or district convention, but your board does not agree with you, should you follow your own ideas or listen to your fellow board members?
Yeah. So as a district governor, there's a fine line between listening to your board members and satisfying what they think is best, but also thinking what is best for in terms of what your opinion is. I think that line is very hard to see. However, you should definitely consider what your lieutenant governors are telling you and what your other board members are telling you as well. If you're not listening and completely disregarding exactly what your board members are saying, then you are definitely making a lot of lieutenant governors resent you. And in the long run, that is going to make your duties tough and the responsibilities difficult to fulfill. However, the experience that I've held on the district board, as well as what the Kiwanis Committee thinks, and will eventually influence most what I think is best, the best course of action. So to answer your question, I think it is a little bit of both. However, it's definitely going to be at the discretion of the people with the most experience and the people who are most prepared to make that decision. And I believe that experience has prepared me.
Thank you. Sarah, you will now have 30 seconds to respond.
I understand the difficulty with making decisions. I've had to make many as a district executive, multiple committee chairs, and a lieutenant governor. But being a leader is staying true to your values, but also being open-minded. If I was in this position, I would create a forum to share ideas and opinions to reach a middle ground and understand others' perspectives, or even a survey to the district board to host a call to discuss our disagreements. Because district governor is important, but listening to others is important as well. So there is a fine line to be drawn.
That is time. Oh.
Thank you. Both Sarah and Noah. At this point, Emma Key, our 2019-2020 Key Club District Governor, will give her final report.
To start off, the 2019-2020 year has been a year of unparalleled success. I'm honored to serve as your district governor during this time. I simply cannot describe my experience as a governor. Not only is the workload itself difficult to describe, but to sum it up in a final report is pretty terrifying. I'm someone who loves to do my work as soon as I can, but because of my love for this organization, I've been avoiding writing this report for the past month. Every time I came to write it, it was a simple reminder that the year, more specifically, my term as district governor, is over. That the 2019-2020 district board will soon be has-beens. That soon, in a couple months, I will be leaving this organization after 4 amazing years. The district has accomplished so much this past year that it has made me proud to say that I've served as a New Jersey district governor during a difficult year. Although we've had extreme hardships, from multiple changes in the board roster to enduring the coronavirus, every second was worth it. Every panic call, every celebratory committee call, every spreadsheet, and every club monthly report form. These people that I worked directly with were not just board members that I saw once a month. They became my family, and I cannot fathom the idea that by the end of this service year, we will no longer be a part of this district board. The work of our board members and our clubs across the mighty district and the people have inspired me on a daily basis, to the point where even a simple email or message would make me happy. I've learned so much from this past year, and especially from the people I've met these past 4 years, district board members, club members and officers, and the Kiwanians, that have made such a significant mark on who I am today. Through this organization, I've learned to be more confident, put actions to my words, trust my instincts, and be ready for any problem or situation. The person I am today is nothing like the person who stood before you all 1 year ago, running my own campaign to become district governor. And through the hard work I've done this year, I hope to have left an impact of leadership and friendship on the 2020-2021 district board for their future successes. This past year, I've done the following. I've attended all regional training conferences, all unofficial and official board meetings, Key Leader, the Governors and Administrators Training Conference, LeadCon, the Kiwanis Family Conference, the annual K Family Picnic, Kiwanis District Convention, Circle K District Convention, multiple Kiwanis and Circle K District Board meetings, the District Volleyball Tournament, various divisional events, elections, and DCMs, District Convention, and International Convention. For general duties, I've presided over all board meetings, creating all board materials and agendas, assigned board members to committees and provided them with directives, aided all committees with their assigned committee work, created and reviewed officer training and promotional materials, evaluated lieutenant governors monthly, answered and called board members constantly to answer questions, completed all governor monthly report forms, created and published 3 newsletters to the district, published 11 newsletters to the district board, created quarterly report cards for all lieutenant governors, communicated regularly with the Kiwanis Committee, our international trustee, as well as our K Family branches, actively communicated with the district administrator. I've read all 6,762 emails, as well as sent 1,363 emails. I've conducted conference calls with each individual board member for a total of 148 hours this past year. I've placed a bigger emphasis on our public relations, and our social media, Instagram, has grown by around 600 followers. I've instituted a new district Remind to give clubs more opportunities with 400 students. I've created 9 additional guides for clubs dedicated to service projects, fundraising, member involvement, and a guide to Key Club International. I've created an assignment checklist for lieutenant governors, implemented a bi-weekly update system to the district, publishing 23 to the state, created a variety of surveys to seek more involvement from clubs, such as club spotlights and lieutenant governor feedback, created a personalized training manual for appointed lieutenant governors, an accessible issue page with all the club resources made, reviewed all letters of introductions and approved them, implemented a member highlight Monday system on the district Instagram, implemented newsletter, general timeline, and DCM schedules for lieutenant governors, completed a variety of assignments for the district mailing, handbook, and Jersey Key, created with our district administrator the divisional Google groups and advisor Google groups, instituted a new monthly report form system for district executives, increased the transparency between executives and district board members by sending out executive updates each month, organized the mailing of DCON invitations to advisors, improved the New Jersey District of Key Club archive, worked with the district administrator to plan out logistics for DCON, online, obviously, and a lot of other things that I probably forgot about. To say the least, this has been the most busy year of my life, but I cannot imagine spending my year any other way. Working with the incredible people that make up the New Jersey Key Club, people who want to help others and make an impact in their communities, is the most rewarding investment of any time, and has become more than just an extracurricular. It is a way of life. To quote Frank Herbert, "There's no real ending. It's just the place where you stop the story." And even though my story of being the New Jersey District Governor may almost be over, the thought of leaving Key Club is still extremely frightening. However, I know that I will be back because this organization has shaped me into the person I am today. So no, this isn't a goodbye. I'm excited to see the experiences that I've had this past year and what they will enable me to do. Without you all, none of this would have been possible. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for letting me have the time to serve as your 2019-2020 District Governor. Thank you.
We will
We will now move on to the consideration of endorsement for international office. Glory Kalu, Bloomfield High School, was nominated for endorsement to run for international trustee. Joy Law, Milburn High School, was also nominated for endorsement to run for international trustee. Please welcome District Administrator Robert Achera to explain the process.
Thank you, Emma, and thank you everyone for getting on tonight. So just quickly
so we understand what's going to happen when we vote for our international trustee endorsements. Obviously, we are not, well, we're not at district convention either, but we're trying our best. We're not at international convention. And what happens at international convention is all the individuals that are endorsed from all the districts across the country will run at the international convention. So Joy and Glory are both running for that endorsement from our House of Delegates, the New Jersey district. So what happens is your vote of yes is not saying, yes, I would like Glory or Joy to be an international trustee. It's yes, I think they are a good fit to run for international trustee against people from all different districts and countries. So that's why when you get the ballots, and I'll talk more about the ballots later, you will see it will be different for when you're voting for governor, secretary, treasurer, and editor, you're choosing one of the names. But for Glory and Joy, they will each have a separate question, and it's yes for endorsement or no for endorsement instead of picking one. So we can, as a district, endorse up to 2 people for international trustee. So both Joy and Glory could be endorsed for international trustee if the delegates decide so. Thank you, Emma.
Thank you, Mr. Achera. The declared candidates for the endorsement of international trustee are Glory Kalu from Bloomfield High School and Joy Law from Milburn High School. We will unmute Glory, and Glory will get 2 minutes to address you all.
Hello? Oh, okay. Hello, Key Clubbers. I hope you're all well and safe at home during this difficult and unprecedented time in the world. And I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to attend House of Delegates. My name is Gloria Kalu. I am currently a junior at Bloomfield High School, and I am running to be endorsed for the position of International Trustee. The Key Club family has been a big part of my life since I was in elementary school, and I would like to continue to serve the same organization that has made up such a huge impact on my life. I just completed my term as a Lieutenant Governor of Division 18 for the service year of 2019 to 2020, and I'm honored to be given this opportunity to continue to serve my Key Club family and community. As a trustee, I will make it a goal of mine to maintain strong contact between my districts and their clubs, as well as making sure that members feel involved in the process of the International Board. My platform is based on the 3 Gs: give, guide, and grow. As a trustee, I would like to work on giving Key Clubbers more opportunities to express and involve themselves in the organization, guiding struggling districts with establishing a specific plan and solution to maintaining their clubs and districts as a whole. Additionally, I would like to create an updated problems and solutions resource on the Key Club International.
Is she frozen? Yeah?
I think I'm good. No, I'm kidding. I think she's frozen. I think she's frozen. I think her Wi-Fi is not working.
Oh.
Let's just give her 1 second.
Oh, wait, I have to turn off the timer.
Okay, let's give her 1 second. Why don't we move on to Joy while Glory tries to get back in?
Okay, Joy, so you will have... Oh.
Can you repeat?
Glory? Okay, let's do Joy's. So Joy,
I'll welcome Joy and I'll text Glory.
you have 2 minutes to address everyone whenever you're ready.
Hi, everyone. I'm so glad you were all able to tune in for today's House of Delegates. I'm Joy Law, the 2019-2020 Lieutenant Governor of Division 15, and I'm currently a junior at Milburn High School. I'm running to be endorsed as a candidate for International Trustee for the next service year. For those of you who aren't aware, International Trustees serve as the liaison between the international level of Key Club and the district level, facilitating communication growth and providing resources for Key Clubbers on all levels. In my previous candidates video, I talked about the big impact of Key Club on my life and how that motivated me to run for international trustee. Today, I'll talk a little bit about my platform and what my goals are if elected as an international trustee. First, I want to make all levels of Key Club accessible to as many students as possible. I never realized how big an international Key Club is before attending events like District Convention and International Convention. However, the cost of some of these life-changing events is an issue for many Key Clubbers. Students shouldn't have to miss out on these amazing opportunities that Key Club offers because they can't afford to go to these events. If elected, I will work to make resources like scholarships more available to all Key Clubbers. I will also work to promote these resources and information from the international level of Key Club more. I've realized from my previous term as Lieutenant Governor that many members aren't aware of the district or international levels of Key Club and therefore are missing out on so many amazing opportunities because they aren't even aware that they exist. Second, if elected as a trustee, I will work on helping grow the number of Key Clubbers across the world and increasing participation with current Key Club members. A decline in membership is a serious issue that Key Club International has been struggling with for the past few years, and the New Jersey district has unfortunately seen a similar downward trend. I love Key Club so much, and I'm so grateful for all the opportunities, experiences, and friendships I have made through this club. I want to make sure as many students have the chance to be part of Key Club and experience these opportunities as possible. Please endorse me, Joy Law, as a candidate for international trustee. Thank you.
Thank you, Joy. Katrina?
You will now answer 3 predetermined questions. So question number 1. As a trustee, you are expected to help guide governors to perform to the best of their abilities. If one of your governors is underserving their district, how will you work with them to assure that they get back on track?
All right, thank you for the question. So if one of my governors is underperforming, I'll make sure to contact them and communicate with them daily to see, well, as often as possible to see what issues specifically they're struggling with and how me as the trustee or how the international board can help them, or if there are any issues with their district board that we can help with. As an LTG on the district board, I understand that although we all want Key Club to be our number 1 priority, sometimes, like mental health and other issues do come first. So if a governor is struggling, I want to communicate with them and see if there are any issues behind why they're underperforming.
Thank you. Question number 2. This upcoming international board has to ensure the execution of the 2020-2025 strategic plan. It is vital that Key Club International has a strong board to carry this out. How will you contribute as a trustee to the execution, and what insight experiences can you bring to the table?
Thank you. So for those of you who aren't aware, the next international board has to, like Katrina said, execute the plan for the next 5 years. So as an international trustee, I'll make sure that I work diligently on whatever committee I'm on for the international board, and I'll make sure that I'm doing all of my duties, including contacting the governors, emailing my districts, and keeping in contact with my Key Club members. Some experience that I've had is I was a lieutenant governor this past service year, and I served on 3 committees, including being the chair of one of them. So that has given me experience in communicating with both high schoolers and also working with Kiwanis adults, which is a big aspect of working in international, since you are a lot more interconnected with the Kiwanis board as well. Thank you.
Thank you. So your last question is, being on the international board can be very different from serving on the district board. What do you plan to do to prepare yourself for serving on the I board, and what experiences on the district board can you apply to your term as international trustee?
Thank you. So in order for me to prepare for serving on the international board, if I get elected, I'll talk with our current international trustee, Riley. I've already texted her and called her about what goes into being an international trustee. I'll also talk to Caitlin Cirillo, who's from New Jersey, and she's our international vice president. And I also make sure to talk to these people on the international board to see their experiences and what I need to know heading in. And like I mentioned in the previous question, some experiences that I have that will help me is I've learned how to work with many different people and organize my time and communicate effectively through my position as a lieutenant governor this past service year. Thank you.
Thank you. Is Glory back? Okay.
Hi.
We will unmute Glory and give her 2 minutes to address you all.
Okay. Hello, Key Clubbers. I hope you're all well and safe at home during this difficult time in the world. And I thank you again for taking time out of your day to attend the House of Delegates. My name is Gloria Kalu. I am currently a junior at Bloomfield High School, and I am running to be endorsed for the position of International Trustee. The Key Club family has been a big part of my life since I was in elementary school, and I would like to continue to serve the same organization that has made such a huge impact on my life. I just completed my term as the Lieutenant Governor of Division 18 for the service year of 2019 to 2020. I'm honored to be given this opportunity to continue to serve my Key Club family and community. As a trustee, I will make it a goal of mine to maintain strong contact between my districts and their clubs, as well as making sure the members feel involved in the process of the International Board. My platform is based on the 3 Gs: give, guide, and grow. As a trustee, I will work on giving Key Clubbers more opportunities to express and involve themselves in the organization, guiding struggling districts with establishing a specific plan to maintain their clubs and district as a whole. Additionally, I would like to create an updated problems and solutions resource on the Key Club International website to help struggling clubs find suggested solutions to their specific issues, and growing the organization as a whole and taking steps to reduce decline in membership. I would also like to expand our organization to other countries in the world while increasing nationwide recognition of our organization through promotion on social media and online platforms. With these goals, I hope to expand the organization and take necessary steps towards bettering Key Club as a whole. Thank you again for the opportunity, and remember to endorse Kalu to be the trustee for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Glory. Thank you.
You will now answer 3 predetermined questions. So question number 1. While serving on the International Board, how will you ensure that you can best manage the workload of the committees you serve in addition to catering to the needs of individual districts while balancing senior year?
So that's a great question. So I actually went through this year as a Lieutenant Governor. I try to make it a goal of mine to make sure that I give myself certain times where I take a break so that I am well rested and that I come back and try not to have a burnout, basically. And so balancing senior year, individual districts, and the International Board, I think won't be such an issue because I have worked on doing this throughout my Lieutenant Governor term, so I will try to apply this as well to my International Trustee term.
Thank you. Question number 2. The dissemination of information to district governors is a vital part of being an international trustee. What new ideas do you have to ensure that district governors receive the information that they need and learn from it in a meaningful way?
So I think this Zoom call is one of the great examples of ways that we can use to make sure district governors get the information they need directly. So maybe holding Zoom calls, also using social media platforms such as Instagram, where if they see a notification, they'll instantly click on it. Using Messenger and GroupMe are also other social media platforms that work well. So I think my goal will to be using platforms that are well known by district governors so that once they see the notification, they'll instantly click on it and get the information right away. So that if they claim they did not get it, I can hold them accountable and know that they have received it.
Thank you. Your last question is, although you received the opportunity to visit your districts during DCON and at a board meeting, as a trustee, it can be hard to keep in contact with your districts and clubs while you are far away. How do you plan on keeping an open line of communication with your districts and clubs, even though you are unable to see them in person?
So I think this can really be accomplished by setting up bi-weekly calls and text group chats so that there's a schedule that district governors and their clubs can follow so that when the time comes, they can just hop onto a call and I can give them information directly. I think this can also be achieved by, again, using social media platforms and just setting up a schedule where I constantly remind myself to send them the information and also remind them to get onto calls where I can directly give them the information as well.
Thank you to all of our candidates. I will now ask Mr. Ochera to speak about our steps ahead.
Okay, so what's going to happen is at 9 o'clock tonight, all the delegates will get a special email from, it will say NJ Key Club in the subject line, and it comes from simplyvoting.com. It may go to your spam, so just take a look. every delegate will get a special code that will only work for them to go in to vote on the ballot. So if you go to the ballot, you'll vote for executive candidates and then choose the endorsement for trustee. This video has been taped, so for any delegates or if your other club members want to watch, if you want to get the input from your club members before you vote, you will have 48 hours to vote. So the ballot will automatically lock at 9 o'clock on Wednesday evening. So you'll have from 9 o'clock tonight, Monday, to 9 o'clock on Wednesday. This video will go up on the YouTube channel where all the other candidates' videos are. You can take a look at the candidates' videos again, and you could take a look at this video and have your other club members check out this video. At some point on Thursday, Katrina, who's our elections chair, will be doing a live video to announce the winners of our executive candidates. She will announce our lieutenant governors for the new year, our district webmaster for the new year, and the results of the endorsement vote. If you have any questions about any of the voting, if it doesn't work, you each should have my email address in the first email I sent you. My email address will also be on the ballot email that you receive. I believe that is it. Please stay tuned. We are working out what will happen with the announcement of scholarships and some of the awards, and we hopefully will have an opportunity to submit some of the awards if you already created them that you would have turned in at DCON digitally. So be on the lookout for some notification from that. Thank you, Emma.
Thank you again, everyone. For the comment about webmaster that was just posted in the chat, that will be announced with the other executives on Thursday, so you can stay tuned for that as well. Happy voting and have an amazing evening. The 2020 House of Delegates is hereby adjourned.